Santa Barbara is known as the American Riviera. The soil, climate and location all culminate to be an ideal place for creating bountiful produce, both on land and at sea.
There's some fish in here, some local halibut. Of course it's local, we're in Santa Barbara.
We're going to try 3 restaurants.
You definitely want to get some of those noodles as well.
And choose our favourite meal of the day.
I'm pretty confident I know which one's going to be mine.
This is tough.
Santa Barbara is a city on the central coast of California. Downtown features Mediterranean-style white stucco buildings with red tile roofs, reflecting the city's Spanish colonial heritage. Santa Barbara is also known for its wealthy residents and celebrities, including Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah Winfrey. But today, it's all about the food. Today our guest is local foodie Tara from Eat This, Shoot That.
Well, I came to Santa Barbara 18 years ago, and about 7 years ago I started a food and photo tour company. I also wrote a book about travel called 100 Things to Do in Santa Barbara Before You Die. And then I also write an alcohol column for newshawk.com. Today I'm gonna show Gary around to 3 different restaurants in Santa Barbara and Montecito, and we're gonna have some bites, we're gonna do a little sipping, and just gonna introduce him to Santa Barbara. We're gonna be tasting the whole gamut from Indian and Southeast Asian to sushi and local seafood.
We're going to try 3 restaurants and choose our favourite meal of the day. First up, we're at Tiger, which is a coastal Southeast Asian street food restaurant inspired by food carts from southern Thailand.
Hey Tara!
Hi!
Great to see you!
Great to see you too!
Thank you so much for inviting me to Santa Barbara.
Yes,
which is
welcome.
One of my favourite places in the world.
I love it here.
Well, you've got some amazing restaurants for us to see.
Yes, we have some really great, tasty places to visit today.
Okay, and our first one is Tiger?
Tiger. Southeast Asian inspired cuisine with a little Santa Barbara, California twist to it.
There's always a Santa Barbara twist in Santa Barbara.
It's our signature.
Let's get inside and try it, shall we?
Sounds good.
So the decor is meant to be more modern and simplistic. We're getting influences from the flavors and techniques of Southeast Asia and the street food, but then we're putting our own twist on it and kind of making it ours. You know, using the seasonal ingredients that you'd find in California.
So this is kind of like really kind of vibrant.
Very.
Tara's very well known in Santa Barbara. No one knows more about the food culture and industry here than her. I am with the queen of food when it comes to Santa Barbara, right?
Yes.
I mean, there's the blog, there's your Instagram, and then there's your photograph and eat thing.
Yes. Yeah, I own a food and photo tour company. We walk people around for basically like an 8-course foodie adventure through various neighborhoods. So Eat This, Shoot That is a walking food adventure, let's say. We take you to different restaurants, wine bars, breweries, and you get to do a little tasting along the way. We teach you about the neighborhood, the history, and then we also tell you the story behind all the places that we visit. And then, in addition to that, we're teaching you how to take better food photos with your smartphone camera. We're gonna be eating some Southeast Asian inspired dishes, and we've got a little bit of a Santa Barbara twist to it in that everything you're eating here is farm to table. So literally some local farms, including one that's just across the street.
The farm to table philosophy kind of has been going on here for years.
Yeah, we're kind of the OG of the farm food, yeah.
Well, I can't wait to taste this food.
We're gonna do the weeping brisket and the cow soy. It's one of our top sellers, one of my favorites. We start out by grilling the brisket. We have this great marinade with sweet soy, 3 times seared and served with traditional white sticky rice. We'll almost like create like salad with the brisket, tossing Thai basil, cilantro, mint, mung bean sprouts, a little bit of red onion, some lemongrass, and house-made chili jam. Everything's tossed together. This all-encompassed umami flavor of sweet, salty, and a lot of spice. That's why we call it the weeping brisket. Khao soi curry, ours is special because we make the curry in-house. So it's essentially a yellow curry with coconut milk and pork shoulder. So we garnish it with red onions, mung bean sprouts, cilantro, and fermented Chinese cabbage.
And here comes the most important part, the food. This is great. Oh yeah, that smells great.
Oh my gosh,
Thank you
this is
so
amazing.
much.
So we have weeping brisket, which
It's what?
Weeping brisket.
Weeping?
Yeah. It's a little bit spicy, but it is so good.
Okay.
And then we have the curry dish that everybody comes here for.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible.
Okay, which one should we do first?
I would start with the curry dish.
Is there any meat in here?
There is. There is pork in this dish.
Okay.
This is a northern Thai curried pork.
Okay.
This is their coconut sticky rice. It is absolutely incredible.
Oh wow.
Very authentic.
Okay, let's share some of that out. You can take half and then I'll take the other half, that's fine. Great, Tara. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna try some of this first, which is the pork dish.
Yes.
So
You
there's some
definitely
kale
want to
in
get
here?
some of those noodles as well.
Okay. Oh,
So good, right?
the pork hit your mouth. It began falling apart. It was just absolutely sensational.
It just melts in your mouth.
Wow.
So good.
That curry would be one of the best I've ever had. The coconut flavor was just amazing.
Yeah. It's just like the right texture. It's the right consistency in the
Wow.
curry. Yeah, and then these noodles are outstanding.
All right, let me try some of this beef. Weeping beef. Okay. Look, this is a cold dish.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow. You can really taste the cilantro. This really is quite strong. And that's a real power pocket in your mouth. I'm really sensing that through my whole body.
So there's a Thai basil in here as well.
Wow.
And then the sauce that Chef does is just really brings it all together.
The weeping brisket, it was an explosion in your mouth. For me, a little bit too much. We have really started the day well. I mean, my goodness, I don't think any of our restaurants today are going to be able to compete with this. Seriously, this is so good.
Just you wait.
Okay. Let's finish up here
Okay.
and get to our second restaurant, shall we?
Sounds good.
Off to an Indian restaurant. Let's see what they've got to offer.
When we return, we try Indian cuisine.
You could not make that curry any more brighter. It's just gorgeous.
For something completely different,
All right, let's do it.
we visit one of the finest and exquisite dining experiences in Santa Barbara.
This melts in your mouth.
Oh my gosh, that wasabi's got a real kick to it.
Our second restaurant is new to Santa Barbara. It serves modern Indian cuisine and is located downtown.
So BBG is a modern Indian concept that focuses on traditional flavors. We want our guests to eat what we eat. And we want our guests to drink what we drink. You know, we're not going to feed you something that we wouldn't cook at home.
I love the idea that they've closed the restaurant for us.
Yes.
That's always a good sign that you're going to get great service, right?
Always.
BBG is a very modern Indian restaurant. The decor is kind of really cool. There's some really cool Indian paintings. It's a cool little place.
This is one of the newest restaurants in downtown. It's about a year old, and it is incredible Indian food. So the twist here is local seafood, locally harvested seafood, actually. And I mean hand delivered. So when you see it, it is wiggling and alive. Stephanie Mutz is one of our local sea urchin divers here, and she hand harvests this uni herself.
Okay, umi's not my favorite thing. I'm going to be really honest with you. So I'm not sure I should tell Tara that or not. The thing about sea urchin, it's not my favorite thing in the world. I'm going to be really honest with you. It just looks weird. The reason I don't like umi is kind of like this sea creature that's slimy and kind of almost tasteless to some degree. And seems like a lot of work for little gain, as far as I'm concerned.
It's not your typical American dish.
It
I'll
is
give
not,
you that.
yeah.
And it's not your typical seafood. It has kind of that vibe of a lobster,
Yeah.
but a little bit weirder than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is a foodie adventure today.
Okay, there we go.
So you're in for a treat.
Probably our signature dish that we are most known for is our uni biryani, which is a Santa Barbara sea urchin that is stuffed inside of its shell, filled with a southern-style Indian fried rice, which is known as biryani, with the uni tongue served right on top. And we do get those urchin delivered daily into the restaurant, still living. The shell is open, the uni tongues are removed, filled with a southern-style Indian fried rice, Thai chili, ginger, garlic, a lot of spices, and finished with some egg, and that is put back into the shell. And then it's finished with a little bit of chutney, and those fresh uni tongues that came out of that very urchin are actually laid over the top. That is a dish that we will be preparing for you today. Another dish that we're going to be serving for you today is our local halibut coconut curry. So it is a coconut curry that is cooked with green curry leaf and black mustard seed. And then in the finish, it is finished with a local halibut. That halibut is sauteed with some local market vegetables, finished with seasonings, and then the curry is actually placed over it in the bowl. So very bright, vibrant flavors, but still channeling that deep texture and those deep flavor profiles with the Santa Barbara and more of a modern twist.
Okay, well, looks like interesting food's coming our way. Thank you so much, Alejandro.
My reach,
I love
salad
beets.
here. All local farmers market beets.
Wow.
And here is the sea urchin biryani.
That is beautiful.
You think that's beautiful?
Yeah, look at that color. It's amazing.
I'm not there yet. You've got some amazing
Yes.
food going on there. There's so many different varieties of food there.
Oh my gosh. Well, you have color, you have texture, and then you have this like bright acidity that you're gonna probably be tasting here. It's gonna be so good.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Thank you, sir. Of course, it's not an Indian meal
It's our aged basmati rice.
without basmati rice.
Here's our coconut curry.
That curry
with
looks
local
so
halibut.
Curry, that looks so good. That is going to be amazing.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
My pleasure. Enjoy.
Let's get stuck into it, shall we? Right, there we go, man.
Yes, thank you.
So how do we go about doing this?
I think we just dive right in. You just scoop
Let's
it up.
do it. Interesting. Oh, you got the rice. There's rice under
Yeah.
there. Oh, wow, that looks really cool.
Tasty surprise.
Okay, let's see how this tastes. Let's do this. Alrighty. It kind of looks like a tongue, doesn't it?
A little bit. A little bit.
The umi has this rice behind it with lots of texture, some kind of Indian spices. Oh, there's a lot of flavor going in there.
So much flavor.
And right in the back of your palate.
I think the rice really makes a huge difference.
This is good. I like that. We have some more basmati rice here.
Yes, I would do a little rice underneath.
Let's do
and
some
put
rice.
This lovely, looks like saffron on top.
And then we're going to do there's some fish in here, some local halibut.
Yes.
Of course it's local, we're in Santa Barbara. So this looks really great.
Yes, this is absolutely
I mean,
incredible.
you could not make that curry any more brighter as far as color goes. It's just gorgeous. The color of the curry is just so vibrant and almost like a fluorescent kind of green. Alrighty, let's give this a try, shall we?
We shall.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. It tastes so good. You can taste the lightness of the fish. Very coconutty,
Right?
very coconutty taste.
So light though.
Yeah.
So flavorful.
The halibut is absolutely gorgeous.
So good. This place is known for two things. One, the sea urchin, and two, their curries.
So far, 2 amazing dishes, 2 great curries in one day. Now that is rare. We're coming away from curry now. We're entering into Japanese territory, right?
Right?
So we've got the sushi next, so let's see how that one goes.
Yes.
So I can't wait to see what's happening at the sushi place next to see if it can compete with the curries. I don't like its chances.
After the break, something completely different.
Wow.
This melts in your mouth.
We visit one of the finest and exquisite dining experiences in Santa Barbara.
Oh my gosh, that wasabi's got a real kick to it.
So good.
Our third restaurant serves up one of the finest and exquisite dining experiences in Santa Barbara. Its fare is modern sushi.
So we do a 17-course omakase-inspired tasting menu It doesn't change every night, it just changes depending on what we get locally. Being here in Santa Barbara, we have a lot of cool local fish and shellfish specifically that we like to use in here. We're keeping the aspect of using a lot of good fish from all over the world, so we're also using a lot from Japan and just different parts of the world. Everything's broken down here in-house. We make everything from scratch. All of our sauces are made from scratch. All the recipes we have are our own. We also have the best selection of Japanese whiskey on the Central Coast for any sushi bar. So today I'm actually going to give Gary and Tara a little taste of the menu. We'll kind of play by ear. I definitely want to do some tuna. I want to do the Spanish bluefin that I was talking about. Do some whitefish as well, probably a shima aji, maybe a Thai, which is a snapper. Just kind of play from there.
Oh, Tara, this is fantastic. We get our own seating here, which is this is becoming really popular, isn't it?
Very, yes. This is make your reservations now and hope you get in sometime soon-ish.
Wow. We're going to be doing some sushi, right?
Yes, I'm so excited. I love sushi.
Really?
I love sushi. I could have sushi every day. And when you're living the beach life in Santa Barbara, it's just the perfect accompaniment to a day at the beach. Chef has prepared some really lovely fishes, not just from Santa Barbara, but from around the world.
So Sushi Bar is a limited amount of seats. Really do just sit at the bar. There's no choice. You basically have what you're having. So everything here is done from scratch, right?
That's right.
Is this part of the scratch movement for restaurants?
Yeah, so there's one in LA and it's very popular. They are absolutely crushing it in Montecito. So they have the sushi bar, they have the Monarch next door.
But Montecito is kind of like the exclusive end, right?
Montecito is the cherry on the Santa Barbara cake. It really is just like the top piece of Santa Barbara.
Okay.
It's wealthy, it's beautiful, it's exclusive, and you never know who you're gonna see here.
It looks like we're about to try our first piece now. All right, so what do we got here?
So this is shima aji, and there's a load of flavors on top. You're gonna love this.
And this comes from Japan, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Wow.
This melts in your mouth. This is incredible. A little smoky. It's really good.
The very first fish I had was just stunning. Every element of that fish had different flavors. On top, it had what he called banana peppers, but it was just amazing. All right, so here we go again. This looks pretty cool. So what do we got here?
This is a Spanish bluefins chutoro
Okay, from Spanish waters, I guess.
from Spanish waters.
Okay, love
Yeah,
that.
and a little sturgeon caviar on the top.
Love that. Well, let's see if it shapes up to its price, right?
Okay,
Let's do it. Oh. Wow. Wow. The fresh fish that come out of there is incredible. Oh my gosh, that wasabi's got a real kick to it.
So good.
So good. Second piece was a lot more fatty, which I think is fantastic with sushi because that's where your flavors come from. Just stunning.
So good.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh, that horseradish was, yeah, there's a little kick. I'm still feeling it right now, back of my throat. And you're right, the fat in the fish is just right.
I mean, overall, this was a wonderful place to come. It's a very different proposition to what we had at the other two locations. So, very chalk and cheese, basically, but loved what I had here at the sushi place. We've been around the world.
Yes.
We had street Asian food. We went to India.
Yeah.
We went to Japan. So now we needed to go to way to talk about that and just unpack it and find out what our favorite dish of the day was.
Oh my gosh, that is gonna be the hardest decision I've made all day.
To have to choose a favorite, I'm pretty confident I know which one's going to be mine.
This is tough.
Now for the big decision. It's time to decide our favourite dish of the day.
We've had a great day today.
So much fun.
Thank you so much for showing us around some great food options in
Oh gosh,
Santa Barbara.
my pleasure.
Just recapping, we started off at wonderful Tiger,
Yes.
spelled with a Y, not an I.
Right?
It was a great experience from the moment we walked in, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, from decor to flavors to ambiance, everything. We had the pork curry,
Yep.
and then we had the weeping brisket.
It was so powerful with the spices in it that I was weeping. Like, honestly, wow. You can really taste the cilantro. Well, did you find it really strong?
It was, it was okay. Yeah, it was like not overpowering, but I thought it was really flavorful for sure.
Yeah. My favorite there was way beyond anything else, was just that amazing pork dish.
Oh my God, so incredible. Yes,
So
and
there's
you
some
definitely
kale
want to
in
get
here?
some of those noodles as well.
Okay.
It just fell apart. It was so tender.
Yeah. Oh,
It just melts in your mouth.
wow.
So good.
Just really well done. Well, we went from like Asia over to India,
Right.
and we had some amazing Indian food.
It was so incredible.
What did you think of the uni?
I like the uni. I think we just dive right in and just scoop it out.
Do it.
And I'm not a big uni fan myself, but it was good. It was very good. And I think what made it for me was that rice underneath
Yes.
the uni was so good. So
Yeah.
savory and rich, and it really paired really well with the richness of that uni.
Oh, there's a lot of flavor going in there.
So much flavor.
And right at the back of your palate.
I think the rice really makes a huge difference.
Well, I mean, uni can be really like slimy, if you like.
Yes.
And having the rice texture kind of gave it some better texture,
Absolutely.
which was just so damn good. For me, my favorite dish there was most certainly the curry again.
Oh my gosh, that was so good.
So this looks really great.
Yes, this is absolutely
I mean,
incredible.
you could not make that curry any more brighter. So kind of similar to the first curry, a lot more coconut though.
Yeah.
And obviously not having pork, having fish, which was a lot lighter.
And it was almost like a soup. Like it was almost
Yes.
thinner like a soup. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Alrighty, let's give this a try, shall we?
We shall.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Then we came here and we had the most exquisite sushi
Oh my God.
in Montecito. It was just stunning. What did you think of those flavors?
Those flavors were just, that was perfect. That
Yep.
was magic for me.
All right, let's do it.
And I felt like the first bite melted in my mouth.
Wow.
This melts in your mouth. But it had a little bit more of that fatty, chewy texture to it.
Yeah.
But then it had like a little bit of heat from the wasabi, which was just heaven.
Oh. So your favorite was the second
Yes.
bite. Yeah, mine was the first. It had a real sweetness and almost like, I don't know, this citrus kind of overtones. I don't know how that's the case. Banana peppers on top.
Right.
Really, really, really nice. Okay. Without any further ado, favorite dish. What was yours for today?
Oh my gosh. I have to go with that halibut curry at BBG. It was so good.
Really?
Yes, it was so good.
Well, it was good. And also the color of it was so green as well. Like
Right, it
almost
was
fluorescent.
so bright. It
Yeah.
was so bright. There was like a lovely acidity to it.
Yeah.
And that halibut just fell apart in your mouth. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's so good. I could go there again.
I'm going back to Tiger. I am having that wonderful pork curry. It was stunning. And those two curries were very similar. But for me, I think you hit the nail on the head for me. I didn't like the second one as much because it was too soupy. I did prefer some substantial meat, and there was some wontons in there and some great elements that I could just go back and eat every day.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Thank you so much, Tara. I had a wonderful time, and thanks for hosting us. And it's eatthisshootthat.com, right?
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the tour with us. We'll see you next time as we continue to taste our way around America.